And today we have ourselves my very first, in what is now a long-term addiction, another model unboxing. This model I've been expecting for about a month. This took an entire month to ship all the way from Australia here to where I live here in the United States. But after a month of waiting, we can finally open up what is here. Hello, S2. I know I was just talking to you. You were the very first one to lay your eyes on this, pretty much. Um, I also do have sparkling water, so you know it's going to be a good day. First, I do have to put my Lego Concorde somewhere, because honestly, I have no room. I'm in a space crisis at the moment. Um, we're gonna try winging it. No pun intended. Um, but we have ourselves the Concorde here, and we're gonna go ahead and move it. I'm moving it off camera just because it's kind of a hassle. I'm actually gonna put the Concorde on the ground temporarily, just for a little bit. I'm even gonna move all my Gemini jets because I mean this model is very big. If I'm sure you saw the thumbnail, but this is a Star Alliance livery of a Lufthansa A340-600. Um, the I okay, one sec. I have to set stuff up here. Also, weirdly enough, the box came with these really cool guards, which I thought was really cool. I will show you guys the model. So here's the model. This thing's massive. Like, this thing is bigger than I thought this would be. So here's my computer. Here's my computer for reference. Just a little small Chromebook. Bro, that's a Chromebook. Bro, what the heck? But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and set this up. This is very last second. I was not expecting this. I wasn't even supposed to get this until June 11th. So next Wednesday, as of recording this. I do and will move my Gemini jets. Actually, Gemini jets could be like a good background, Like, what if I made Gemini jets like the background? So maybe I just might do that. Now this is a very big moment for me, as this is my very first Airbus model. Actually, this is my very first Airbus model at all. I was not intending to get this fast. I know I keep saying that. It's just mind-boggling how things can ship. And yet here we are. But yeah, I got the background set up now, chat. Oh man, I am so excited. I don't know how to record this really, so we're gonna wing it. But here we go. Here is my brand new model. I am wearing my gloves because this is a very big moment for me. But this is just to show how big it is. We can actually take this this Gemini Jets 747 here and compare the box sizes, which this is pretty big. Now the 717, this is the very first Gemini Jets I got. The box is actually way smaller. So yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, so without further ado, let us open this, because this has been very anticipated by me, and I know you guys are probably eagerly waiting. So no, I'm not giving you a shout out. All right, so here we go. Without further ado, we have our Star Alliance A340. Now I want to move. If you please excuse me. All right, we are back, chat. So, let's open this behemoth. This is actually crazy. I guess. All right. And actually, I'm gonna let you guys get the very first look because I love you guys more. I'm just gonna take off the top very carefully. All right, here we go. Okay, here. I can see the foam, but I can't actually see the model quite yet. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, foam! Anyways, I was not expecting this. You can see the tail. Now, I really hope that I get what I saw, because there were only 2 of these on the store, or at the store shelves, or on store shelves on eBay. And it did say it was new, so let's just hope that this was actually accurate. Yo, this is big. Holy moly. All right, well, yo, wait, this has the plastic wrapping. That's a good sign. That's a good sign that this is brand new. Yo, this is big. Hold up, we have to get our competitor. And the competitor that I will be comparing it to is my 1:150 scale Northwest 747. I remember when I got this for Christmas. I got this for Christmas. And I also do have a 1:200 scale Fat Albert C130, which I did also do a stream on this as well. But yeah, so wow. Okay, the size isn't as big, but the quality is significantly better than my Northwest 747, which is saying a lot because, I mean, this was actually more expensive. It was mainly the shipping, because my Northwest 747, that was free shipping, but this was a whole $30 shipping. And what's cool about these JC Wing models is that you get a card of certificate. This is a metal stand. I feel powerful. Okay, chat. So here we have the card of ethnicity here. You can see the beautiful Star Alliance livery with the Star Alliance star, with the Lufthansa branding, the aircraft name, and the registration, and also the country. But there you go, chat. There is a wonderful Star Alliance card. Oh, look at that. And you have some specifications on the very back. This is actually amazing, and I'm glad I'm choosing not Gemini's, JC Wings for the 1:200 scale collection, because it will just be JC Wings. I'm glad I'm doing that because, like, it's just more affordable. Gemini Jet's 1:200 scale is just way too expensive, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a fan of some of their molds, especially their A320s. Ooh, that's hideous. Anyways, this is a metal stand, chat. This is a real metal stand. That is crazy. You actually have this rubber stopper, so it doesn't scratch the aircraft, which is really nice and really handy. And I will definitely be putting it on the stand. But I'm going to now take off this plastic wrap. This has never been opened. Okay, yeah, this was very much true advertising. We have the landing gear, chat, which does also tilt and roll, because this is 1:200 scale, so they can really pump this kind of stuff out. And then this is if you want to have the gear closed. I will not be having mine closed because I like my buttery landing gear. And of course, we cannot forget the actual model itself. Now, I do need another glove because at the moment I only have one. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I only have one. So we're gonna find ourselves another glove. That is a good question. Where can I find it? I'm very like self-cautious about touching my models with gloves, because like if I don't, it's like a huge pet peeve. It's a pet peeve. Every time I see like a model review, like showcase, and they don't wear gloves, I was like, I cringe. I just can't stand that, bro. You gotta wear gloves. But anyways, enough of me ranting, and more of me opening this. Okay, so there's that wrapping. Now I don't necessarily want to break this, as I just literally just got it. Okay, okay, you know. Wow. This thing's heavy. Okay, chat. I don't know how to hold this. Here, I'll put it down. But chat, this thing is so big. This thing's big. Like, wow. You can see that it actually has lights, which is crazy. Holy crap, I'm gonna drop this. Yeah, it's not hollow, okay, chat? This is not hollow by any means. This is solid metal. I probably should have thought a little ahead of time, but I was just so eager to open this. But chat, we got one. We finally got a 1 to 200 scale model. Well, I mean, that is bigger than my model of an F-18. Well, I mean, Concorde's way bigger. I mean, here's some scale difference. Actually, you know, this is the same scale. So this is a 1 to 200 scale C-130. That's crazy. Now, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is not the greatest quality, and I will definitely be getting like way better quality for that. But we have ourselves the A340. Okay, this kind of bothers me back here. The little gaps. I'm not sure if that's realistic. I think it might be, but all right, I'm gonna put the camera down for just a second, chat, because I need to. All right, here we go. All right, now I'm going to be transforming this area into a little bit of a workshop, because I need to put this together. Now this is very, very risky. I don't want to break any of like the fragile antennas on this, because this does have its fair share amount. And this is actually my favorite Airbus aircraft to ever exist, the A340-600. So if I could get this out of the box without having to. Oh yeah, okay, this will work. See, yeah, look, I got a towel. I got a towel. Actually, I have something better that will be way better than a towel. Now, okay, chat, this is me improvising, and my next investment will be into better gloves. But for now, we're gonna use a sock, okay? Now, socks are actually not that bad for glove purposes. This is just temporarily, so I can assemble it and not have to worry about dropping it, and also so I can watch out for these fragile. I'm very scared of holding this. Now this is beautiful and like everything, but this is just so fragile. I'm scared of this, okay, chat? I cannot like stress how much I'm scared of holding this. I'm holding it though. I am holding it. It's being in my hands at the moment. This is, yeah, I'm gonna need better gloves. That is for sure. This is a lot more stressful than it looks. Okay, chat, this is a lot more stressful than it looks. Okay, I'm gonna open these gears now so we can assemble them into the airframe. And luckily they're just magnets, so you can take them off easily as well. And one thing about these gears is that they actually turn. Wow. Ooh, that's very sensitive. Wow, this is buttery landing gear. All right. Perfect. And then the middle gear. And then finally, and zero values. Oh, wow. Okay. Now we gotta put it on the stand. Okay, now we put the sock back on. This is so stressful. I'm so excited, but I know I have to be careful. And don't worry, chat, I will read the comments. I'm just kinda hyper fixating on this at this very moment. Wow. Okay. Well, it has been assembled. Now I'm going to put everything back into their respective places. I'm also going to keep the card. But that's just how I roll personally. And you gotta put the foam back on, and then we put the top back on. Now, this was not cheap by any means. I paid $200 for this one model. But it's worth it because, you know, it's just one of those things that you just gotta buy. Sometimes life changes. All right, without further ado, let's actually look at this now. Wow. Okay, now that I could finally share it with you guys, let's just get a nice solid review before I make the review video, which will be out soon. But yeah, check this out, chat. I'm sorry I'm so shaky. I'm still very nervous from opening that. That was very stressful. We have our little card, and I'm actually gonna put it off like to the side like this, because I don't know, it looks cool. Oh, I guess, okay, that's perfect. But yeah, so chat, this is the Star Alliance A340-600 by Lufthansa, and this is probably the most detailed model I will ever own. Now, I'd say the rival to this is the Gemini Jets TWA 717, which I'm just storing temporarily, or the Northwest 747 by Dragon Wings. But this by far is, how do I put it? It's relieving. It's very relieving that this, oh dear. There appears to be some damage, but no worry, I can fix, okay? I have this ability where I can fix things without tools. So we're gonna go ahead and fix this real quick. Just gonna... Perfect. See? Fixed. Just like that, chat. I fixed it. I fixed it, chat. But there we go. I am in awe. There's a loss of words of how beautiful this is. I guess since I can't really comprehend what I'm looking at because of how beautiful it is, I will, however, show you its features. That being tilted rubber gears that can also turn. These do turn, chat. These do turn. Let's see, what else? These are very buttery. They're very fragile as well. The engine fans, I have seen reviews on this. They do definitely spin. That is for sure. And of course we have our 4 Trent 500s. The A340, 500, and 600 are the only aircraft in the world to be powered by these kind of engines. And then we have our jeweled lights. These are actual jewels for the lights, which are really cool. I love them. We have our Wi-Fi unit and our registration, which is beautiful. I could not have asked for anything. We have our APU at the back here, and this is just all around an amazing model. I recommend that if you can buy this, do it, bro. Do it, because one day this will be hard to find, and you're gonna regret not finding it or buying it. So do it, bro. Do it. I'd rate this model out of 10. I'd probably rate it like a solid 9. Why not 10 out of 10? Well, I'm going to explain why not 10 out of 10. There's one crucial thing. It's a little heavy. Although I guess you can't really do anything about that, especially because, well, it's die-cast metal. It's kind of hard to make hollow and strong. But other than that, like, this is really, like, solid, really good mod. Like, do it, bro. Just do it. I don't know why you're hesitating. Buy it, bro. And I will put in some more aircraft for some comparison. Here is the 1 to 200 Fat Albert C-130 and my 1 to 150 scale Northwest 747. So it's getting there. I mean, it's not nearly to the gargantuan size of the 747, but I mean that's a totally different scale. And actually, in reality, this plane would actually be bigger than a 1 to 200 scale 747. So, but yeah, so this is the only 1 to 200 scale model that I had for a long time. So this is the only one. Oh, wait, no. I guess I do also have the SR-71, but that's downstairs somewhere. But yeah, this is the only one I have available at the moment, other than this, which is beautiful, which is like my best one ever. Now, I've already thought about buying another one. But yeah, so if there's like a request, which I already have one in mind, so I have one in mind already, which is the United 747-400 or the ANA 747-400D in the blue Pikachu jet livery. So that's a giant plane. It's a 747 painted in Pokemon colors with a Pikachu on its tail. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. They're beautiful. Now, ANA retired them in 2014. But back in the day, they were a very common thing, and 747D is very infamous for having no winglets because D is a domestic, so they never used winglets on their 747 flights. But they did have like normal 747s with winglets, but those are for like long haul routes, while the one without winglets were like from, for example, here's one, Tokyo Narita to Seoul, South Korea. That's an example of many routes that they operated in ANA 747D to and from. But yeah, so there's that video, what the heck? I meant to say there's that stream, and I'm gonna just instantly make the review video for this because this is actually crazy. I will see you guys later. Peace.